allow me to extend to the family, friends, and colleagues of the late Miss Annick Arundel my heartfelt condolences on the passing of Annick. Now, if I tell you that the late Annick Arundel was a member of my security detail as Prime Minister, that might not say much to you. However, if I continue to mention that she was the lady who became very known for directing the traffic, especially during school hours in the Corralita Saunders area. That was Miss Annick Arundel, and so again, I want to extend to all her family and friends, and especially her colleagues at the Control Department of Government, my heartfelt condolences. Going over now to the points for this press briefing, a brief look back on the meetings that were held by Parliament last week, and not, of course, to go over all of the issues of the past week's meetings, but rather to look at a few topics that stand out. One, the proposal which was on the agenda, but on request of the government was taken from the agenda, is the proposal that government sent to Parliament with respect to a change in the Constitution allowing non-residents of St. Maarten, but complying with other criteria, to vote. And the proposal from government contained a proposition to allow another voters registry, a voters registry of non-resident voters. So again, the only criterion that would not be met in terms of voting would be the one of not being a resident on St. Maarten. However, upon request of the government, this draft amendment to the Constitution was taken off the agenda for the simple reason that the government thought it prudent to have the kingdom government give its opinion on the matter. They arrived at that conclusion looking at another stipulation in our Constitution that for certain changes to the Constitution prescribe that the kingdom government must not only be heard, but must give their consent, so to speak. And the government looked, or at least what they have told Parliament, they looked at the item of the competencies of Parliament. This is one of the issues that if the government or the Parliament wishes to propose to change the Constitution, then the approval of the kingdom government needs to be sought. So the government looked at that particular part, competencies of the Parliament, and felt it necessary or prudent, as I mentioned, to seek the approval of the kingdom government. So we have not had the discussion yet on the draft as proposed by government, and we await government's reaction or an indication as to how the kingdom government is looking at this matter. I think that an additional opinion or view on the matter can do no harm. However, I look forward to government pursuing this matter and informing Parliament as to when they are ready to have the discussion. I also want to refer back to the very brief discussion that we had in the Committee for Petitions of Parliament on the petition, on the request by the Independence for St. Maarten Foundation to hold a constitutional referendum. And I bring this up in the context of having heard several comments with respect to the fact that that committee was not able to look into the request, the petition, but rather passed it on to the Central Committee of Parliament. The matter of the right to petition, it's on the basis of that constitutional right, on that human right, that it is taken up in our Constitution and it is taken up in the Rules of Order of Parliament. The Petition Commission as such is actually a way for a citizen or a group of citizens to make a petition to Parliament to look at how government has executed its task as government. In order for a citizen to do such, or a group of citizens to do such, important in addition to the form that one needs to follow to submit a petition to Parliament, important is also that there must be some interest by the petitioner or petitioners why they are bringing such a matter to Parliament. I've read a question in this regard as to what is the sense of the Ombudsman then if you have such a body within Parliament. The big difference being that a petition can be submitted to Parliament as the one responsible for the functioning of government, and Parliament would then be called if the petition is in compliance with the criteria for a petition. Parliament can then actually have an investigation go into what the citizen or citizens has basically put forward to Parliament. So it does not have to be, it is not a complaint like in the case of the Ombudsman to investigate how government or a public official has handled a citizen. That's what the Ombudsman is there for. In fact, reports by the Ombudsman for every case that the Ombudsman investigates, that office has to then prepare a report after having sought redress for the complainant. So the Ombudsman actually would then get in touch with the government official, the government department, and then try to remedy the situation. But a report is made up. And the Petition Commission of Parliament, in addition to handling a petition by a citizen, is also authorized or called to actually investigate reports that have been made up in the case of the Ombudsman. So there is definitely a difference there, and I think that it is important for members of the public to take note of and understand the functioning of the Petition Commission of Parliament so that that vehicle can be used by members of the public who feel that they would like the Parliament of St. Maarten to look into a matter that government has either handled and in their opinion not handled correctly or hasn't handled at all. So you do not have to be the injured party, but you must have an interest by whatever it is that you're putting forward to that petition commission. But a petition commission is a very important constitutional vehicle, a very important constitutional principle. It is not only for Parliament. The right to petition, the constitutional right to petition, is actually for all authorities, that if a petition is put to them, they must respond and they must handle and respond to the petition. So in that context, I wanted to give some information with respect to this matter of actually a petition. While, a petition could be a request, and in that light, the request by the Independence for St. Maarten Foundation is one such. However, when it comes to petitions as such for Parliament, certain criteria need to be followed.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Maarten, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Life is a journey full of connections. You're in safe hands even when life starts too soon. You don't have to miss a single beat. When a bad hair day makes you sad, just sharing can bring you joy and more to come. They take the plunge, turn fear into faith, while you capture those beautiful moments. In the game of life, it's family that counts. They'll be there even when you lose. We all have our moments of reflection and hope. And when you feel you're losing everything in life, we're there because there's more to come. When life starts too soon, you don't have to miss a single beat. We're here to connect you and share life. Telcel, when you want more.
Telcel Night of the Hitmakers. Telcel Night of the Hitmakers. 5th year anniversary. The dance floor is back. Friday, April 28th, 2017 at Carnival Village. The ultimate dance party featuring Impact Band, Kai, formerly known as Karimi, Jean-Marc Ferdinand, Claudius Phillips, Farmer Nappy, and the Queen of Bacchanal, Destra. See you at the 5th year anniversary of Telcel Night of the Hitmakers. Partners, Telcel. This is an extra tight entertainment production. Just say I.
I am so happy to see the people concerned about what is going on in their city. When you look at me, you may say, I know that lady. I was one of the politicians that fought very hard for Sandy Guang to get a new school. The school down there, we work hard. I work hard to make sure when you had different difficulties in that school, we move up by the spring and you come back down in a new brand school today. And I'm happy to say that I was one when I was pushing and making sure you are getting a new structure. I had a whole team against Ogundele. They don't want to see me. Why I have to take up there and take up of the comfort. But you needed that new school. And today I'm proud, even though I'm not there working anymore, I'm proud when I pass and I see how Sandy Guang been rehabilitated at certain level. But the work hasn't finished. The work hasn't finished. Ladies and gentlemen, as you see me again on a team, we are all here sitting down and saying Sandy Guang had to continue being improved. You have a lot of files that were not taken into consideration. And today, I believe with MGP, we're going to sit down and make sure we straighten all the other things that has to be done. When I look at the elders, I look at the children, I look at the delinquencies on the ground, I do not feel happy. I believe that we got to continue fighting. At MGP, what do we put forward for Sandy Ground and all the others? We need a center to take care of our young people. We need a second chance school for the children that did not take care of the first part, but they could always go back into the setting. I went and I looked at few centers over the road and I see that there are opportunities where we can take up our young people and have them go and learn a trade. I do not believe that they want to be comfortable in that situation. We need to find a situation for them. They need to go out and find a real trade, something that would please them, and they would be able to get a job. How would they get a job? At MGP, we are also fighting that when we get in, we're going to put a wharf under the waterfront. And on this wharf, we could also host a small cruise ship with about 400 tourist capacity, but it would start to push Marigot a little bit, because we could not sit down and leave Phillipsburg come in 1 hour in Marigot and go back, and they haven't do anything for Marigot. So today we are going to pull up the sleeves and make sure that Marigot get their own tourists. That's one point. And when you're going to build all of that, we are going to make sure that our young people will be involved in building this construction. The same thing, we are going to go out and fight that we make sure we get a new road, that we would not have this congestion every day. From here all the way to Marigot, we deserve.
across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 Fun Mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of Fun Miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free Fun Miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun Miles, from within your reach.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2,
3,
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Minister Plasterk sent the dispute regulation through the Kingdom Council of Ministers to the Council of State. Now, I understand that for the minister to do that, there needs to be an agreement within the Kingdom Council of Ministers. My question is, did our Minister Plenipotentiary object to that decision?
I would not be too sure as to, because when that meeting, I think, took place, I was not here, so I'm not sure what happened. But I can tell you that the position of St. Maarten has been that we are not in agreement with the proposal. There has been attempts well, let me go back. You can recall that all the parliaments in the kingdom, including the Dutch parliament, had agreed to a different proposal. The Dutch government basically shot it down unilaterally and came with their own. There were attempts to have one drafted by the Caribbean countries and presented jointly. That too had been barred. I cannot see how, if we are equal countries, we are 4 countries in one kingdom, and if there's a dispute between one or more of those countries, that one of them have more rights than the other one. So it is something that we have not agreed to and will never agree to.